The Irish potato famine struck in 1845 and lasted nearly 6 years. It not only destroyed a vital crop, but it also killed more than 1 million people and exposed the social and economic problems facing 19th century Ireland. A mysterious fungus destroyed the potato harvest on a scale not seen before, but the government's inadequate response only made the crisis worse. During the entire famine, British officials never provided massive food aid to Ireland for fear that the constant changes in food prices would unfairly harm English landowners. In addition, poorly organized private relief efforts failed to raise funds from donors. The Irish didn't help their cause either. Farmers who needed cash to avoid eviction exported locally grown wheat and other food staples that could have fed their starving people. As the famine went on, the situation grew more desperate. To avoid mass starvation, the Irish lived off everything from seaweed to grass. Many pawned all they owned to buy what little food they could afford. After the harsh winter of 1846, food riots erupted, and the British sent in troops to stop the unrest. To save their estates from ruin, landlords evicted the poor farmers, forcing them to migrate to Canada on poorly built, overcrowded vessels that became known as coffin ships. The Canadian reception facilities at Grosse Isle at the mouth of the St. Lawrence River were woefully inadequate to handle the massive influx of immigrants. Of the 100,000 Irish who sailed to Canada in 1847, an estimated 1 out of 5 died from disease and malnutrition. About half the survivors crossed the border and began new lives in the United States. The potato famine had a devastating effect on Ireland and led to a permanent reorganization of the nation's agriculture and land use.